All right, what's up, family? This for all you hard workers out there. We're gonna do another one, job related. And I'm gonna title this one, Random Drug Test. We're all too familiar with that, a random drug test. And what is it? Who normally gets a random drug test? A number of people, especially if you drive for a company, you drive for a living. A lot of truck drivers driving for trucking companies. If you work some type of union job, even a corporate job, a lot of times a job will all of a sudden say, oh yeah, hey Tom, we got this, we need you to come in office, we got a random drug test for you today. Random drug test. Those random drug tests, let me give you the actual definition of a random drug test. It means a computer-based number generator is what picks your name. You believe that? They go, oh, so you mean to tell me out of all the employees, boom, the computer said, Tom, you're gonna be the one to get tested today. And what a coincidence. He gets tested next month as well. He gets tested again and again. Because I'm gonna tell you, that's exactly what happened to me. And see, when they did that to me repeatedly, that's when I got on their case and I threatened to go to HR/corporate because I said, this is getting ridiculous. Y'all keep trying to give me so-called random drug tests. And every time they would say, oh, no, hey, Spinks, no, come on, this isn't blatant what we're doing, it's random. And as always, I'm still gonna give you a word of the day. The word of the day gonna be that simple word, blatant. What does blatant mean? Obvious. Being so obvious, so apparent with something, right? So they were saying it's not blatant, so just the opposite. So they were saying, no, it's random. No, it's random. It goes into this, Joker trying to explain to me like, I know what a doggone random drug test is. No, it goes in the computer and it picks out a number. Let me tell you something. If we had a lottery at the job to win a bunch of money, all of a sudden that computer wouldn't work in my favor. It wouldn't randomly pick me, would it? But it seems to randomly pick me for a drug test. Let me tell you, it was two main reasons why my name kept coming up. Because I'm telling you, I'm not making this junk up. They kept so-called telling me it's a random drug test. Every other month. Here go the two reasons why. Number one reason why, because they was just messing with me anyway, because they know, I always protest stuff. I spoke up in meetings and stuff. Not a jerk-off guy or a know-it-all, but just, when we would read our contract, I read the contract, and I would speak on things. So they would all of a sudden be giving me so-called random drug tests. Like, this our way, we're gonna mess with him, we're gonna nitpick him with stuff, just to get on his nerves. He right about to leave out the door for his he right about to leave out the door for his route. And just as he leave out the door, they go, hey, Spinks, we need you to come in, you gotta do a random drug test. Remember, what does random drug test? It really means when an employee is selected for a computer-based number generator, meaning that the computer sits there and go, oh yeah, we picked up Norma, your name popped up. Let me tell you what, and here go the second reason they was picking me, because they knew I've never used drugs or alcohol a day in my life. They knew they was using me to pass their quota. Let's just put it that way. They know, oh, just keep picking Spinks. Keep picking Spinks. We know we could pass with him. We got a quota to pass, pick him. He's clean as a whistle. But that's getting on my nerves because not only that you keep doing that and keep talking about it's a random, that's nonsense. But meanwhile, my coworker right next to me, bloodshot red eyes, skin red as a lobster. You know how when a person drinks a lot, you can literally see the alcohol coming out of their pores? Joker could be talking to you 5 feet away. You could smell the alcohol on his breath. Oh, but they're not giving him a drug test. He somehow is never getting a random. That right there should just be, by them looking at him, they should be able to be like, you know what? We got suspicion that you definitely on something, drunk, whatever. But you could smell the alcohol on him. I remember many years before that, it was a guy at our job. I'm not gonna get his full name. His name was Timmy. This guy used to come to work drunk. And I mean this. This joker used to be pissy drunk, and we had a driving job. Pissy drunk. But meanwhile, he's still working. And they ain't never giving him a random drug test or alcohol breathalyzer, because they was doing that too. He's never getting selected. Meanwhile, we used to always say, man, one day he's gonna have an accident. It's gonna be on the company. Man, I remember one day we was at the job. He was around a bunch of other guys, and the word was around that this guy drunk as heck, and he stinks. You can smell the alcohol. Man, while they was all talking, somebody told a joke. Do you know this guy actually was standing up and was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. Man, oh, you made me shit my pants. Man, that joke was so funny. This guy literally crapped on himself. And you know who craps on themselves? Not only a baby, but when you're talking about grown adults, people that cannot control their bowel movements. Because why? They got so much alcohol in them, or whatever, drugs or whatever the case, but mostly alcohol, and that was this guy. But anyway, like I said, random drug tests. A lot of companies give this out. Some companies don't, but a lot do. I've even heard some people, especially for a lot of you people out there, you're wondering why you might lost this good job or that good job, right? And you're like, man, I keep getting random drug tests. Well, look, you keep believing nonsense. Don't believe nonsense that your so-called co-workers and friends tell you, like, hey, don't worry about the random drug test. I got the secret how you pass it. Man, you're gonna drink some vinegar and you're gonna take this, or I know my man, he has this stuff here, you take this pill. Hey man, they know how to get them random drug testers, trust me. They know what things to look for in them drug testers to know what you took to cover that up. Trust me, there's telltale signs that can find that out too. Now, there are always ways to beat the system. We all know that. But what I would highly encourage anybody, instead of trying to just beat the system, how about you just beat life with being healthy? And you ain't gotta be worried about. See, when you're healthy, you ain't gotta be worried about, oh, I gotta drink all this vinegar. I gotta take this pill. I gotta take this Enigma. Oh, I gotta take this X-Lax. Oh, I gotta take this magnesium. I gotta clear out my system. See, now you know how stressful that is for a person when you know you're doing wrong. And now you like, man, I hope I don't get it random. And now you get it random, you worry about all these other things, scams and schemes to do to try to beat it. But sometimes jobs are that daggone dirty. I remember another coworker of mine, a good buddy of mine. This guy put in a 2-week notice for his, well, he was going on vacation. He took 2 weeks for his vacation because he was getting married. Watch how crappy some jobs is. This guy, everybody knew he was getting married. Yo, he went and got married, went out of the country, had a great time, had a beautiful wedding and everything. Do you know 2 weeks later, when he came back to the job, I'm talking about the day he stepped foot in the job, the minute he stepped foot in the job, as soon as he walked, as soon as he clocked in, there's a, hey Mike, we need you over here, you gotta take a random drug test. He was like, what? Yo, why would, I just clocked in, why would y'all talk about I gotta do a random, I was off for 2 weeks. I remember he told me personally, he said, man, you see how crappy these jokers is? Now they know I just got married, I was off for 2 weeks. See, they probably assuming I was drugging and drinking the whole time, partying and celebrating, right? I said, that's exactly what they doing. He said, but you know, he said, I might have a drink here and there. He said, but I'm not stupid enough to be getting all drunk and high and all this. He said, but they got the nerve. Why would you give me a so-called random? And we know it ain't random. we laughed about that. But let me get back to my story. Watch this. So one day, my so-called job gave me a random drug test. Now I'm gonna just give you some dates to try to make it make sense, right? Let's say it was February 1st. I'm at the job, and like always, just as I'm about to leave, they go, hey, Spinks, we need you to take a random drug test. So I thought nothing about it. I was getting fed up with it because y'all just gave me one months ago, and I said that to them. They said, no, it's always random, man. This isn't personal. It's random. You're putting too much into this. It's just a random drug test. Remember what random drug test? It means computer-based number generator. You know, it's like a lottery, and they said, Spinks came up. Bull crap. But anyway, they gave me a random drug test. Now I took another one a couple of months ago. So I'm putting in a big grievance and protest and writing all this stuff for my protest. And they go, hey, but you just gotta do it, this and that. So I tell them, look, man, y'all gave me a drug test 3 months ago, man. This is ridiculous, man. Y'all coming up again. And the people that need to get drug tested, you ain't drug testing them. I said, I ain't dropping no names, but it's getting on my nerves, man. So they go, no, it's random. I said, bull crap. Would you believe it was 2 weeks later, they said I had another random drug test? But see, this is what I did this time. Instead of just arguing and protest, normally I get my random drug test, and I normally ball that paper up, throw it away. It's not important to me. I know my junk clean. I ain't worried about it. But this time, because I was getting so sick and tired of them, I kept my paper. And I would encourage every one of y'all, keep your results. Keep them for your own personal record. So this time, I kept my random drug test results. It got the date and everything all on it. I kept it. Now here it is 2 weeks later, they give me another random. I said, yo, so I told him about, yo, man, y'all just gave me one 2 weeks ago. And it was like 3 months before that you gave. He said, yeah, but it's a random. It's not a blatant thing. Remember, word of the day, blatant. It's not obvious, right? He said it's not blatant, meaning not obvious. So I said, man, this is bullcrap. I'm telling you, man, y'all gave me one 2 weeks ago. He went on and on. If you don't take it, it's going to be insubordination, blah, 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 this and that. So I took it. Kid you not. I kid you not. It was by the middle of the next month. So we talking about 3 weeks later. Do you know they presented me with another so-called random? Now, what did I say early in the video? There's 2 reasons they was giving. One, they was messing with me because I just speak up about the contract. See, a person hate when you got some intelligence, some knowledge and stuff like that. They go, oh, this guy, he know what he's talking about. That was one. But another, they was using me to pass their quota. Oh, why don't you use the guy that's worked next to me that is drunk, that is high, coming to work messed up? Y'all know he got a DWI. Y'all know he had to go to rehab last year. Why don't you give it to him? But anyway, so I said, now they give me with a third random, all within a 2-month process. They give it so-called random, right? So now I was really pissed. I said, look, I'm not taking no other random. I'm telling you, it's all, well, if you don't take this random, it's going to be insubordination. You'll be immediately fired. I said, really? I said, well, look, I tell you what, I'm telling y'all gave me one 2 weeks before. Y'all gave me one 3 weeks ago. And y'all gave me one a week before that. He said, no, it's random. I said, it is not random. Y'all doing this to pass. Y'all trying to use me to pass your quota. Use them other cats out there. I said, I'm getting sick and tired. He's like, look, well, if you don't take it, like I said, you'll be fired from insubordination. I said, well, look, I tell you what, I went right in my book bag because he kept denying that. No, it's not purposely done. And you're just random. I said, random my butt. And he said, yeah, but you what you saying? The computer is a lie? I said, no, you a lie. And I said, I'm gonna show you. And I pulled out my paperwork. And it's a damn shame you gotta take these measures. I pulled out my paperwork. I said, now look, let's write it down. Today you claiming it's a random. I said, here go my receipt from 3 weeks ago. Y'all gave me a random. Here go my other receipt from a week and a half from that. That's a random. That's 3 times y'all try. I said, I'm calling corporate. I said, matter of fact, I'm about to email him right now. Yo, when I presented this fool with my actual receipts and stuff, yo, do you know, all of a sudden, I wasn't required to take a random. All of a sudden, because most of us throw that stuff away. But now I actually had receipts. I had my proof. Yo, y'all been giving it to me time and time and again. Yo, I'm going to bring you guys up on charges. Do you know, instantly, all of a sudden, I didn't have to take a random? See, this is what proves it's nonsense. How all of a sudden, it's not a random, you don't got to take it, get it on your route. And do you know, I had never, ever, 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 for the remainder of years I was there, which was many, they never tested me again. Because it was like, damn, this guy actually saved his receipts. But hey, like I said earlier, if you are doing a driving job, don't be surprised if your job comes to you and say you got to take a random test. This is part of the company policy. I would highly advise any and everyone, stop listening to your other coworkers and friends, because I'm telling you, a lot of times they smile in your face. They want to see you fail. Say, oh, it's good. Yo, smoke this weed. Yo, you know what I'm saying? We got high over the weekend. Come to work, you get a random, and then you fail. Now, you do. If you fail a random, it don't necessarily mean you fired. I do want a lot of y'all to know that. You could request that you need help, and they'll send you to a rehab. They'll help you get help, but you won't lose your job because you asking for help. You need to know that. Even if you are tested positive for drugs, well, you say, look, I need help. They gotta give you some type of help. They can't just, oh, you're fired. Especially if it's a union job. They gotta give you help, especially if you asking for it. But another thing, when you gotta take all these measurements of taking magnesium, X-Lax, and vinegar, and all these other pills to try to get rid of the negative stuff that you know is in your body. I've said this many times, and I will always say there's no better thing when you can check yourself, opposed to family, friends, and coworkers got to check you, your boss, your job, your management, supervisor. When you check yourself, that's the greatest thing. Meaning, you take a look in the mirror and you realize, damn, I'm messing up. Let me do right. Let me get myself together. Damn, I'm gonna do right this time. I'm gonna get it together. I gotta knock it off with this stuff. I realized what was messing me up before. I had this good job before, and the random drug test is the reason I lost that job. Now I got this other job, and again and again and again and again and again and again. You keep, check yourself. There's no greater thing to when you check yourself, because that means that's growth, that's maturity. That means you realizing things you're doing wrong, and you're willing to correct them. But just remember, with a random, drug test means is that an employee has been selected by a computer-based number generator. Gloria, you've been selected for a random drug test. That's what that means. Why don't I get selected to win the daggone lottery? Why don't y'all randomly select me to win that? You know what I'm saying? But hey, be healthy out there, y'all. Be better than you was yesterday in your job. And you ain't gotta be ready to get ready. Or get ready to be ready. Whatever. I know I'm not even making sense, but what I'm saying is, you know, when you're not doing goofy stuff, all that stuff you used to do, grow up, mature. And you ain't gotta be worrying about, oh, I hope I pass this random test. You nervous, man. I seen people going to take a random look and instantly sweating, like on a cartoon. You be like, damn, this joker started sweating right before my eyes. See, because that joker know, oh, damn, I got high last night. Oh, man, damn. And I've seen jokers even say something, oh, yo, I got a cramp, I gotta leave, I ain't feeling good, I got diarrhea. Yeah, they come up with all kind of nonsense to avoid taking that random when they know all along, yo, you messing up. What I said earlier, check yourself before you wreck yourself. On that note, peace. So just remember, in life, stop skating on thin ice, and you ain't gotta worry about falling through or slipping. Get yourself together. Check yourself before you wreck yourself.